One of the things that worries me more and more is officials doing things by the book, not using judgment and common sense and sometimes a bit of compassion. Now, we saw that in extreme, of course, in Victoria during the lockdowns. Quite frightening at times. Victoria Police even arresting elderly women sitting outside in the open air who are, let's face it, no danger to others. And I thought New South Wales Police was so much better. I particularly liked the way Mick Fuller was running the joint. Better led. And not so hardcore as the Victorians seem to be at the moment. So I was disappointed this week to see New South Wales Police in Sydney's Martin Place actually booking charity workers who had parked illegally. Charity workers from Pass It On Clothing who are handing out warm clothes to the homeless there in this dangerously cold snap.
You're parked here in a no stopping zone. Correct. You're breaching the law. Okay, I'm going to issue a ticket.
These are people who are parked in a no stopping zone to unload clothes for the homeless. I'm joined by New South Wales Labor MP Rose Jackson, Shadow Minister for Homelessness, who was also upset by what she saw and went down to have a look herself. Rose Jackson, thank you so much for your time. These are charity workers quite possibly saving lives and getting booked for leaving their car when they shouldn't as they handed out the warm clothes. How did the police justify that?
Yeah, obviously it's technically illegal to ordinarily park your vehicle in Martin Place. Everyone knows that. But to use the parking infringement system to target and move on homeless service providers, I think is completely outrageous. I did go down and have a look, as you said, Andrew, and it's a pretty low-key, orderly operation down there. It's 7:30 p.m. It's dark. It's cold. When I went down there 2 weeks ago, it was raining. This organisation is doing nothing more than passing on jackets and blankets and clothing to Sydney's homeless community. I understand the street library that has been providing books to the homeless community has also been fined. I just think the New South Wales Police have got their priorities wrong here. These organisations are providing a really important and low-key service to the homeless community here in Sydney. They should be supported to do that work. They shouldn't be given fines costing them hundreds of dollars and told to move on.
It's extraordinary. They go out and do a good deed and come home with a big fine. It's really amazing. Wouldn't a bit of common sense just say, look, I'm going to have to fine you unless you move. Please do move. Really, seriously. But look, all right, let me play devil's advocate. What about the argument that the rules are the rules? They could be inconveniencing other motorists, that maybe, I don't know, this no standing zone is there for a reason, like maybe it was a traffic hazard if they'd parked there. Did you get any sense of, well, look, rules are the rules and, this was a bit of a problem?
Look, I have to say, I went down to see for myself, Andrew, because I can understand the point that you're making. If this is disruptive, if it is infringing other people's, driving or walking, fair enough, maybe something needs to be done about it. That's why I went down there. I've in fact been down there more than once to have a look, and it's just not the case that these organisations are infringing any traffic, are disrupting any other business. It's low-key, it's casual, it's a really efficient operation. They're in and out in 20 to 30 minutes. The police need to exercise their discretion here. Obviously, we don't want vehicles parking in Martin Place ordinarily, but the idea that people are going to see someone down here at 7:30 p.m. on a Tuesday night when it's freezing, when it's raining, handing out jackets to homeless people and think that that is anything other than a good thing for volunteers to be doing. When I was down here yesterday, Andrew, there was a school group with Pass It On Clothing and Co. Young people from regional New South Wales learning about experiences of homelessness. I think that's a fantastic thing. I think walk a mile in someone else's shoes is a really good attitude, but the police need to have some common sense and some discretion here. And the New South Wales government needs to come in and say, we want homeless people to be able to access basic services like clothing, like food, which they do here in Martin Place, without being targeted by police and told to move on.
Well, I'm trying hard to disagree with you and I can't. Rose Jackson, thank you so much indeed for your time and for your concern on this issue. Appreciate it.